This is going to be a quick demonstration video of setting up digital air. First, we're going to be setting up a Supermicro gateway with the Phizzle Edge Manager software. Then we'll be connecting this to a Climet particle counter, and then we'll finally connect this to our platform. This setup is very simple, and a lot of changes have been made to make it easier for everyone. Your Supermicro is going to arrive in a box like this. Once you open the box, you'll see that there's not a whole lot in the box. You'll receive a little instruction card with 3 simple steps to get started. You'll also see the actual gateway and a handful of accessory parts in the smaller box. I'll need to remove the gateway from the 2 pieces of foam, take the gateway out of the plastic, and take off the Desiccant packet. And that's it. In the smaller box, you'll see the power adapter that you can connect together like this. This end goes in the wall, and this end goes in the router. This smaller box also includes 2 separate bags of mounting hardware. You take the end that goes into the router and plug it in, then tighten it to ensure that it is secure. We will then plug in the power end of the device into the wall. This will take a minute for this to boot up. Once this is started up, we will see a new network called Phizzle Gateway Network. The easiest way to do this is to go to your camera on your phone. You could join this network by scanning the QR code on step 2 of the instruction card. You will have to wait a small amount of time for this to actually join the network. The second QR code under step 3 will take us to the setup page, which is running off of that gateway. No, we don't need to connect an Ethernet cord. As you can see, there's no Ethernet cord connected to the gateway now. We're actually connecting through the Wi-Fi hotspot that it created. So if you go to your settings, you'll see that you're attached to the Phizzle Gateway setup. I'm going to name this GW1 and use very simple passwords for the purposes of this demo. Now we get to the customer ID. This is the one thing that you will have to refer to outside of the setup guide. You have to receive your customer ID directly from Phizzle, and that will come in the form of an email, or you can talk to your sales representative and they will be able to help you. The customer ID is how it is queued to your account. Now I go to Wi-Fi SSID. I set up a very short one for the purpose of this demo with a simple Wi-Fi password. Now for this step right here, you have to do a bit of setup on your Climet. If you click on this link, you'll see the 10 steps to getting an instrument set up. All you're doing is turning the Wi-Fi on and setting it up in settings. Then you're setting up a user. The user could already exist, but it has to be admin level security with Telnet and web services both enabled. You should make a note of the username and the password. Then, this is very critical. There is the IP address that is in the Wi-Fi field there. In this case, it is 192.168.8.198. You'll need the IP address of each of the devices you're going to onboard. The user I set up with is dev, and the password again was very simple. For the platform, I'm going to select production. For the instrument name, I'm going to say 570 Climet, and the IP address for this case is 192.168.8.198. Then we are done. Now I still have 9 more slots, so I could do that for 9 more instruments. You can add them later, but it's not quite this easy, but it's still quite straightforward. When I'm happy with this, I'll hit save and reboot. So it's rebooting now, and you can see from the message on the screen. It's now going to join the Wi-Fi network under the name that I gave it. It's going to try to connect to the actual instrument itself. This will take a couple minutes because it has to fully reboot, then start the application. At this point, you're done with the gateway. You don't need to do anything else with it. There's a web admin that you can connect to, and you use the admin password that was set previously on that first step to make any changes after setting it up. But if you set up all your instruments with the proper information the first time, you won't have to go back to it. Now you'll wait a few minutes and then go to the cloud portal and run a sample. You'll have to wait a minute for that to finish coming up, but now it's ready to use. Now we can go in here and select an instrument, and you see right here the 570 that I just added. I can hit next, then select the sample size. I add the 21 CFR11 type information, and then hit verify signature and start. We'll wait a minute, then the data will appear. Now we can see this measurement has been completed. I'm going to select this, and you can see here's the particle counts from the sample I just took. I can add a comment. I can also sign this by clicking confirm. Then we are done.